from the banks of the Kaveri to the shores of the Ganga. Celebrating Nagathihalli Ramesh, the land that lies between the Kaveri and the Godavari, where the folk who dwell are refined, such is the Kannada country, a wondrous region among the finest in this world. Kavirajamaga, 8th century, Amobhavarsha Shrivijaya. There is an old saying, those who find their worth here will find it anywhere. Occasionally, this is inverted to suggest, those who find no worth here, perhaps, will find it elsewhere. Nagathihalli Ramesh, poet, multifaceted thinker, organizer, political analyst, filmmaker, and agriculturist, belongs firmly to the former. Having already been honored with numerous accolades at the state and national levels, he is now set to receive a distinguished international honor, the Ganga Kaveri Oceans and Earth Compassion International Award 2026. The Ganga and the Kaveri are the twin lifeblood of India, sustaining both land and people while serving as the cultural and spiritual bedrock of Indian civilization. The Ganga rises in the glaciers of the Himalayas and flows into the Bay of Bengal. The Kaveri rises in the sacred heights of Talakaveri and likewise finds its end in the same sea. Though these two rivers emerge from distant origins, they ultimately merge into one ocean. In much the same spirit, Nagathihalli Ramesh, born in the cradle of the Kaveri, will be honored in the distant land of West Bengal, carrying with him the pride, dignity, and literary richness of Kannada culture. Jointly organized by the United Journalists Forum, Ananda Bahar, and the Universal Soul Tree Foundation, in association with the Government of India and the Government of West Bengal, this award carries profound significance. The organizers observed, this prestigious international honor recognizes your outstanding contributions to environmental protection, ecological awareness, humanitarian service, cultural harmony, and the stewardship of a sustainable planet. The award's motto, Two Holy Rivers, One Ocean, One Planet, One Responsibility, reflects a deeply human commitment to ecological harmony and compassion for all living beings. Ramesh's personality is as deeply rooted in the philosophy of the earth as his creative work is devoted to rivers, rain, forests, and oceans. Significantly, his very first literary collection bore the evocative title Samudramattu Mel, The Sea and the Rain. To confront life with optimism, that remains his enduring ideal. He expresses it through a memorable metaphor. Do not call it bland, even a pinch of salt can give it taste. He possesses a contemplative and meditative sensibility capable of discovering the divine even within the image of a mother. Queen of the Blue Mountains. Streams descend from your crown. Toward your feet. You are the wild rain within the forest. The sea that holds hidden floods within itself. The swirling river of life. From My Mother, Elsewhere, he writes with extraordinary tenderness. The mark of love that grew between my mother and me is like a sea thick with memories. Like a river, I rush toward my mother, who becomes the sea amidst the falling rain. From The Sea and the Rain. His poetry often transforms into an anguished ecological cry. Hidden beneath the sands, the wellsprings lie wasted. The boulders long for rain. The rocks long for rain. The river flows along, with flowers and thorns drifting. The river flows along, with shards of glass and pebbles sinking. Does anyone care to see the flame-red bruises upon the river's body? Does anyone care to see the tears in the eyes of the fish swimming deep? The river gushes forth, toward the lap of the blue ocean. Its body turns from blue to red, and blue once more. The sea splashes its face with towering waves. The body itself is an ocean. Do you hear the surf? The boat slices its way onward. The waves race toward the shore. Boatmen eyeing the pearls. Do you hear the sea sighing? Beware, lest you drown. Beware, lest you drown. Translated from Kannada by S. R. Ramakrishna. In another deeply moving meditation on ecological decline, he writes, creatures that never behold water are swept away in floods. Birds that soar through the skies never build nests in the heavens. Today, birds fear even the earth. Traps hang entwined from every tree. A lake is never merely a lake. It is the very eye of a village's life. A lake is not water alone, but the cradle of civilization. When the lake brims full and overflows, life itself flourishes in abundance. You felled the forests that beckoned the rains, yet never cleared the silt from the lakes, quenching the thirst of people and cattle alike. These lakes nurture the village like mothers. When a mother's lap overflows with fullness, horse gram and ragi ripen in richness. Now the lakes lie buried and forgotten. And life itself is smothered in dust. 100 lives once thrived beside these lakes. To deny them water is to wound life itself. Lake, whether writing of a dewdrop on a blade of grass reflecting the Himalayan ranges, or of a child trembling with wonder while touching a flowing stream, Ramesh's poetry remains a perpetual meditation on water, a constant plea to cherish and safeguard the elements that sustain life itself. As the organizers look toward the future, their vision of a meaningful international summit dedicated to the next generation resonates deeply with Ramesh's own poetic conviction. To irrigate even the very last of my crops. This award ceremony will spotlight river and ocean conservation, environmental justice, climate responsibility, sustainable development, and ecological peace. It will bring together environmentalists, scholars, writers, cultural ambassadors, and representatives from across the globe. The ceremony will take place at the Mahajati Southern Annex Seminar Hall in Kolkata on Friday, the 5th of June 2026, a fitting date as it marks World Environment Day. Heartfelt congratulations to Nagathihalli Ramesh, a man with the vastness of the ocean in his mind and the compassion of the earth in his soul. As reflected in his life-affirming credo. Let us gather, let us build. Let us live, let us illumine. May this award ceremony become yet another luminous milestone in togetherness, creativity, ecological consciousness, compassion, and enlightenment.
ಸ್ಮರಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹದ್ದು, ಆ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗೂ ಮಹತ್ವ, ಅವರಿಗೂ ಮಹತ್ವ, ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಮಹತ್ವ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಭಾವನೆಯನ್ನ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗೆ ಅವರು ಭಾಜನರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಆ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯ ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನ ಗೌರವ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಸಂಗತಿ ಎನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಕ್ಕೇರಿ ಮಠದ ಶ್ರೀಗಳು ಈ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ದಾಸೋಹಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರಾಗಿರುವಂತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ
ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನಗುರ ಚರಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ಇದನ್ನ ನೀಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ಹಲವಾರು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಲಭಿಸಿದೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನೀಡಿ 50,000 ರೂಗಳ ಚೆಕ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಶ್ರೀಮಠದಿಂದ ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಒಂದು ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಇವರ ಈ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕವಾದಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಲಭಿಸಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಇವರಿಗೆ ದೇವರು ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದಂತಹ ನಾಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನಗುರ ಚರಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳವರಿಗೆ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ನಾಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ರಮೇಶ್ ರವರು